Hi, today I'm going to show you how we can create PDF files on automation from a Notion form. As you can see, I have got a youth volunteer application form in the background. It is a Notion form. So once the user fills in the entire details in this particular form and they click on submit at the bottom, the responses go to the responses side in the database and it is created over here. I have gone ahead and have created two dummy submissions in this particular responses section. And now I'm looking to create PDF files on automation whenever there is a new response generated over here. For this, I'm going to use a tool known as PDF Output. This will help me create PDF files on automation with the help of a Google document and Notion database. It can also be used to create several other documents such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations, or any documents that you need at scale in your business. Let's click on Create PDF and quickly sign in, and then we will understand how the automation will work. So I'm going to sign in right now, and then we will see the entire automation process. So once you are logged in, you will be able to see we need to add the Notion database which we're going to use. So we will be connecting this particular form database over here. Then we also need to add a Google document. So when we add this document, we will be able to use this as a template file, which will be used for the automation setup. And finally, we can map all the properties of the Notion database onto the document one by one, and that will help us create the PDFs on automation. So let us understand how this will exactly work. So first thing is adding the database. So let me copy this entire database title. So I will just copy this title from here and I will click on add Notion database. And as soon as I click on add Notion database, I can put the title into the setup screen and then I will be able to initiate the process. So I will click on next. Here I have two options. If I want to go with the default template, so this will be a default database which a user can copy onto their workspace and they can start using testing the PDF output tool. So I don't want to do this. I want to add my own database. So click on select pages and again click on select pages and put the database title inside the search field. Here you will be able to add the database. So click on this and now it is added up on your workspace. A key thing to understand here is that whenever you are adding a database, always copy the database title and put it inside the search pages. Do not add the database by selecting the top level pages from this list. It will take a while to load the database if you're going to select these pages from here. Okay, so always and always put the database title inside the search pages and add it. Second thing to note here is that when you're adding a database, if this database contains any relation properties, so let's say the youth volunteer application form is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, you also need to add database A and database B over here inside search pages to be able to see the relation and roller values. If you're not adding all the databases that are used, your relation and roller properties will not appear in the PDF file created. Okay, so make sure to add all the databases inside the search pages to be able to use this. Having considered all these points, let's click on allow access, and this will now give me access to the database which I can use for the rest of the automation steps. So let's wait for a few seconds as it is going to load the database for us, and then we will be able to use it for the automation steps. So if you're not able to see your database over here, simply reload the database, or you can even refresh the page once or twice. The database will automatically appear and then we will be able to use it. So you can see the youth volunteer application form showing over here. Let me click on this. And as I click on this, you will be able to see all the properties of the particular database visible over here, one below the other. So whatever properties we have over here, it is already added into this properties section, which can be used to map the properties onto the document. Now it's time to add a Google document. So click on add Google document. You have two different options. If you already have any youth volunteer application template file on your Google Drive, so you can click on this and you can add your document from the list of documents that is already there on your drive. I do not have any document on my drive. So what I'll do is I will create a demo document. So click on add demo document and this will create a demo sample document which you can use for the automation process. So let me rename this document title to youth volunteer application form. So you can see I have just renamed this document. So this is a demo document which has been created, and you can see all the placeholders are already mapped inside double curly brackets. So everything that you see inside double curly brackets are the exact properties which we already have in the database, and they have already been mapped onto the document one after the other. So when the PDF file will be created, all these mappings that you see inside double curly brackets, this will be replaced with the values from the database and the PDFs will be generated after that. Okay. So you can see the entire document is already mapped. If you scroll down, You can even copy any property onto the document. So let's say I want to add the email property. I can click on copy over email. I can go to the document and I can put it anywhere. I can simply use Control V or Command V on my keyboard. So I can simply use Control V or Command V and it will copy paste the property onto the document. Likewise, I can map any field onto the document one after the other. I don't have any such document to map because everything is already mapped inside the document. What I can do next is I can define the PDF file name. So I want to generate the PDF file as per the first name of the applicant. Okay. So I will just choose first name from the list, and all the files that will be created will be stored as per the first name that we see over here. And besides this, if you scroll to the right side of the database, you will have two additional columns: generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF files will be created for those specific records and they will be saved inside PDF file column that you see over here. Okay, so make sure to mark the records as ready to generate whatever you want to turn into PDF files. Having considered all these things, let's now click on download PDF, and now the PDFs will be created and stored inside this PDF file column right inside our Notion database. It also downloads the same onto our downloads folder, which we can view, but we will be able to see the file pop up over here, which we can click and view it. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this, and now it will show me all the properties of the database already mapped to this document. So you can see every property has already been mapped from start till the end. Let's open up the second one. This also has the same concept and all the properties have been mapped. So basically we created two documents wherein all the properties have been correctly mapped to each other. Okay, so besides this, once everything is correctly set up, just simply click on setup Notion automation, and once you click on this, you will be able to generate PDF file directly inside Notion database. So now whenever a user will click on submit and a new response comes up over here, if you click on ready to generate, the PDF will automatically be created and stored inside this database. This eliminates the need to juggle between PDF output and the database to create PDF file, as simply you need to mark the records as ready to generate and the PDF will directly be created and stored over here. That is the beauty of using this tool, as it automates every process and it helps you create PDF file directly inside the Notion database once you click on setup Notion automation. So make sure to take advantage of this tool so as to eliminate any manual setup once this is done for the first time, and you can generate the PDF file directly inside the database by setting it as ready to generate whenever a new record is created. So that was it for the demonstration. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom of the page. Send me a message with your queries, or you can go to the contact section at the bottom of the home page and you can send me an email with whatever issues you might be having. You can even book a free demo session with me where I will be able to guide you through the entire step